Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and happy at home. In today's English session, we are going to learn lesson number 6. It's only a matter of practice. This is an interesting story of an archer named Chen Yaozi from China. As you know, China is one of our neighboring countries. Lesson number 6. It's only a matter of practice. Long, long ago, in faraway China, there lived an archer called Chen Yaozi. He was a very skilled archer and could perform wonderful feats of archery. Archer means someone who shoots arrows from a bow. So, it's a story of Chen Yaozi from China who was a very skilled archer. Skilled means experienced, good at something. Feats means achievements that require a lot of skill, strength, etc. He could hit the target precisely at the center even when it was placed at a very long distance. Precisely means exactly. He liked to show off his skill to the admiring crowds that gathered around him. One day he was practicing his skill in front of many admirers when he noticed an old man standing at the back. So, as you know, children, Chen Yaozi was a very skilled archer. He could hit the target very accurately at the center even when it was placed at a very long distance. But he was a man who would like to show off his skill. Show off means to display one's ability. What happened one day? One day, when he was performing in front of the people, he noticed that an old man is standing at the back. The man was carrying gourds of oil that were hanging from a long cane on his shoulder. Gourds means containers made from dried large fruit with a hard skin. Now, this man was carrying gourds of oil that were hanging from a long cane on his shoulder. All the other people were clapping their hands and praising Chen Yaozi. So people were very happy to see Chen Yaozi performing the archery and they were clapping. But this old man was quiet. He neither clapped nor uttered words of praise. Uttered means to give audible expression to or said. He just stood there, nodding his head, and said, "It's just a matter of practice." For the old man, it was not a big deal. He just said that it is just a matter of practice, what Chen Yaozi was doing. Chen Yaozi was annoyed. "Are you an archer yourself? Do you think anyone can do what I can do with my bow and arrows?" Like this, Chen Yaozi said very angrily. And what the old man said? "No, sir, I am not an archer, and I don't doubt your skill. All I said was, everything's a matter of practice." So, very calmly and very patiently, the archer replied that I am not an archer and I don't doubt your skill. Only thing I would like to say is it's just a matter of practice. Chen Yaozi became very angry. What do you know that you pass such thoughtless comments on other people? Who are you? Now Chen Yaozi became very annoyed, very angry, and he said, who are you? What do you know about archery? And how can you pass such thoughtless comments on other people? Thoughtless comment means a statement made without thinking. Please don't get angry, sir. I am an oil seller, as you must have guessed from the gods. Every day I fill these gourds with oil and sell them. Over the years, I have achieved some skill in filling the gourds. If you allow, I'll show it to you. So the old man very patiently replied to Chen Yaozi that I am an oil seller. Looking at these oil gourds, you must have guessed it. And as I am filling these oil gourds every day, I have achieved some skill in it. And if you allow me, I can show it to you. Hmm, growled Chen Yaozi. Everybody was curious to see what would happen next. Growled means to make a low, rough sound, usually in anger. So, the archer, with a voice full of anger, said, means okay. Now, everyone was curious. Curious means waiting to see what is going to happen next because people were listening to Chen Yaozi and the old man. And that's why they were eager to know what is going to happen now. Patiently, the old man set down an empty gourd on the ground. Then he put a small coin on the mouth of the gourd. In those days, small coins had a little hole at the center. As you can see in this picture, there is a small hole in the center of the coin. Then the old man stood up, took some oil in his ladle, and began to pour oil into the gourd from a height. The oil went straight into the gourd through the hole in the coin. Ladle means a long handled spoon having a deep bowl for serving liquids. So, what did this old man do? The old man kept his gourd on the ground, placed the coin on the mouth of the gourd, and poured the oil with the help of a ladle straight into the gourd through the hole in the center of the coin. And this was amazing. When the old man had finished filling up the gourd, he lifted up the coin. Not a trace of oil could be seen on it. So he did his job wonderfully. The people watching it were speechless with wonder. Speechless means unable to speak due to surprise or wonder. So the people were surprised to see the old man performing wonderfully. They were speechless. They were not having words to express themselves. But the old man only smiled. And what he said? He said, it's nothing special about it. It's only a matter of practice, you see. So the old man was not as proud as Chen Yaozi was on his skill. He believed that practice and experience can make one achieve perfection. He just gave a short laugh and said, you have taught me something important today. After that, Chen Yaozi never showed off or boasted about his skill as an archer. Now Chen Yaozi lost all his anger. He was not angry at all. He just laughed and said, you have taught me something important today. And He stopped boasting about his skill as an archer. Boasting means praising about one's own self. So, children, we have learned from this story that practice makes a man perfect. And if we have any talent, any skill, we should not be proud, but instead we should be humble, like the old man in this story. And if you are weak at something, for example, if you are weak in maths or English or in any other subject, keep practicing so that you may attain perfection. I hope you have understood the story very well. Read the lesson carefully, underline the new words in it. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.